Keane has given first starts to Fulop, Kennedy and Hyam. Fulop will play in goal. The back four for Ipswich Town. From right to left will be Peters, Macaulay, Smith and Kennedy. Hyam will play the holding role in midfield. Keeps his place from the side that lost narrowly to West Ham a week ago. Either side of him, David Norris and Grant Leadbitter, the two wide players who'll either make a 4-3-3 formation when Town go forward or drop back into a 5 when they're defending, are Edwards and Walters, the captain. In the centre up front, Tamas Priskin, so much to prove. Just one league goal so far for Ipswich Town. The Hungarian player about to get underway. The two sides have switched around from the pre-match ritual. The man in all black is Tony Bates from Staffordshire. Ipswich Town in all blue, defending the end off to our left-hand side, so kicking towards their supporters off to our right in this first half. It's going to be a Middlesbrough kick-off. McDonald and Boyd stood over the ball in the centre of the pitch as we get underway in the first of 46 league games at St James's Park, the other St James's Park, on Tuesday night to watch Exeter City versus Ipswich Town in the first round of the Carling Cup. Hoyt launches a long ball downfield. Boyd rises quickly, the taller of the two strikers. Robson gets a touch to McDonald. Borough breaking into the Ipswich area. The ball deflects off a Middlesbrough attacker. It was Robson showing a real urgency to get forward and become a third striker, but he just couldn't get the ball under control, and it's back for a nice early touch, which he will enjoy for Martin Fulop in his grey jersey. Probably 50% each really as far as possession's gone, and cutting edge, still goalless. Ipswich Town coming forward. Edwards, high ball into the Middlesbrough box, headed on by Macaulay, but then brought down by the right instep of Hoyt. There's a Middlesbrough player down way off to our right hand side. It's Flood who's out of the game. Flood might have to go off. The stretcher bearers are on off to our right hand side. On will come Julio Arca, so a real shame for Willow Flood. He will be coming off just 9 minutes into the new season. Fulop clears the ball downfield, Middlesbrough having made the change. Priskin to Leadbitter. Leadbitter now inside the Middlesbrough box. Great challenge by McManus, then Walters shoots straight into the stomach of Danny Coyne, right behind it. But again, nice work from Ipswich Town on the attack. Great play. Goalless draws, a real rarity between these two sides down the years. Quickly taken free kick by Middlesbrough. Robson to the right and Hoyt. He's been pushed out a bit too far. Gives it back to Robson on the left corner of the Ipswich area. Swings it into the centre to Arca on the far post, into the middle. It's the opening goal of the season at the Riverside. And it's Middlesbrough who've scored it. Poor defending beyond the far post from Ipswich Town. It's McDonald who heads it into an open net. Fulop was nowhere after Arca had knocked it into the middle. And 21.5 minutes gone. Middlesbrough lead Ipswich Town by 1-0. Fulop, who's come out of his area, 27 years of age, so many of his best years hopefully ahead of him. Martin Fulop, very young in goalkeeping terms, spent the end of last season on loan at Man City. Fulop, long ball up towards his fellow countryman Priskin, headed away by McManus, then picked up by Norris. Ball into the middle, a chance for Town! Oh, they've hit the crossbar, it was Priskin, and then headed out by Hoyt. So far in this game, the closest we've come to a goal for Ipswich Town. Both Edwards and Priskin flung themselves in there. I think it was the Hungarian who made contact. Coyne was beaten, but sadly, as far as Town are concerned, it came off the frame of the goal. The D on the edge of the Middlesbrough box, headed away by Wheater as far as Hyam. Doesn't get the kind of contact on the return ball that he wanted, and it's away again from Wheater. Middlesbrough going to try and break. McDonald gives it back to Hoyt. He'll just clout it away, but he's caught late. And Tamas Priskin, now there's some silliness from players. David Norris is involved as well, and the referee is going to have to sort this out. As you would imagine, the home crowd are shouting off. But it could be the first card of the season. Here's a caution for Tamas Priskin, the right decision by the referee. And Justin Hoyt really did feel that though, and he's probably on a final warning as well. 37 minutes played, Town trail 1-0. It's over the top of Norris. Norris will then shoot, comes off the first red shirt, and the referee has blown for a free kick to Ipswich Town for a clumsy tackle on David Norris right on the edge of the Middlesbrough box. So a real opportunity for maybe Leadbitter or Kennedy. Leadbitter stood in the way of the ball. He'll move to one side. Kennedy tried to just plant it round the wall, but the wall did its job. Middlesbrough breakaway, and Town still trail through Scott McDonald's goal. Arca over the halfway line. Kennedy knows he can't jump in. Arca plays the ball in field, but straight to Jamie Peters. Strikers. And it comes to the middle. Good ball as well. Headed away by Wheater to the edge of the box, then cleared by Julio Arca. Looked around. Handball by Norris. That could well be a second yellow card for an Ipswich Town player this afternoon.
How silly that was, Brent. That was really silly.
Stupid, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Can't have any complaints, Norris. And he spun away in fury and frustration at getting that yellow card, but just needs to keep a lid on it. we love that sparky side of David Norris's nature. You've got to have that in your team, but he's got to try and walk the right side of that particular line. The standoff to our right-hand side behind Martin Full at the upper tier of the right-hand third. Walters forward to Norris, gets inside the area, goes down under a trip from Wheater. The referee says free kick on the edge of the box. Both Norris and Walters are appealing for a penalty kick. The referee's now stood with his hands on his hips. Those appeals have calmed down a bit. Oh, that was a whisker away from being a spot kick for Ipswich Town.
Bren, that was a yard inside the box. It got into the box and then it's gone over. That is a certainty.
Free kick to Ipswich early in the second half. It's Ledbetter just outside the Borough box with his right foot. Comes up, plays it square to Edwards. Edwards shoots straight at Coyne, who didn't know anything about it. Fine free kick from Ipswich Town, just sadly not the direction on a fizzing effort from Carlos Edwards, either side of Coyne, and that would have been 1-1. Free kick to Ipswich Town, left-footed it comes in from Kennedy, headed away again by Wheater, then Hyam nods it forward for Ipswich, back to goal is Smith inside the Middlesbrough area. The clear away at the second attempt, not too far, shot! It's in! It's an equaliser for Ipswich, it's Tommy Smith who drills it into the Borough box. It might have taken a deflection, Coyne couldn't stop it, and after 50 minutes Ipswich Town draw level at the Riverside.
Well, put it this way, what did they say? If you don't shoot, you don't score. It can go off a backside, it can come off anything, and that has definitely come off. I think it was Matthew Bates. So, it's a goal. Thomas Smith has got to claim it. That's a great start for us. His confidence will be sky high.
Robson to McDonald, wide on the right wing for Middlesbrough. Gives it back to the right back Hoyt. In will snap David Norris into the challenge. Great play from the Ipswich Town number 8 up to the halfway line, and Priskin. Ipswich Town playing with such confidence. Now it's with Ledbetter, crossfield to Edwards. Ipswich Town enjoying themselves in the sunshine. Edwards wide right outside the Borough box, plays it into the middle. Good ball, Priskin, surely! Yes! It's 2-1 to Ipswich. Super diving header from Thomas Priskin. That was a wonderful break from midfield. Fabulous goal from Ipswich Town, who trailed 1-0. They now lead Middlesbrough by 2-1.
I'll tell you something, you won't see a better goal for a long time. What a move. All started off by David Norris. It's gone inside, it's gone wide right, and it's a fabulous ball in. And to be quite honest, Thomas obviously has put it in the back of the net, but I reckon Emil, you could have scored that, mate.
But boy, he found the corner, didn't he?
Yeah, the move was outstanding.
Super football from Ipswich Town, and as you said there, Peter, all came from David Norris in midfield, but fabulous work from Edwards as well. And
yeah, he put a great ball in.
Now John Walters has gone a little bit late on Barry Robson, and the referee's going to give a free kick to Middlesbrough and probably a third yellow card to John Walters. I have to say, your text will be charged at the standard network rate. 2-1 to Ipswich, Graham.
Yeah, Millwall now 2 up, the new boys 2 up at Bristol City. Hull lead Swansea 2-0.
And it Mark Kennedy beat, wasn't it, that's going to give a yellow card?
I don't think there was a lot in that, to be quite honest, Brent.
Expected Thomas Priskin, who, as things stand, has Town's winning goal in this game, but plenty of time to go, 17 minutes to go. And when you look at some of the players in the Middlesbrough ranks, Boyd, McDonald, Bailey, Robson, and the prospective introduction of Leroy Leiter or Liam Miller, who's taken anything for granted just yet, and nor will we till the final whistle goes on Town's first game. Now Stead bursting through the middle, to his right hand side is Lamb. He'll give it to Lamb. Good hold up play by Stead. Lamb plays it away. Stead inside the area with a chance for a third goal. Well saved by Coyne off his feet. And then Norris tries the spectacular from 30 odd yards. Kennedy, long throw into the Borough box, not dealt with at the first attempt. McManus then will get away. Ledbetter into Stead, who's onside, surely! It is 3-1 to Ipswich! John Stead on the volley, cracks it beyond Coyne. What a scoreline on the opening day of the season. Ipswich Town lead the favourites to win the championship this season by 3-1.
I'll tell you, I was just about to mention John Stead, because he is quick, and I was going to say, if he has a go at these two centre-halves, he has got the pace to go past him, and then he puts a fantastic volley in. A lot of players would have panicked and possibly panicked and shot that over the bar, but he side-footed that in. What a great goal.
What an introduction, John Stead. Lots of talk about interest from Bristol City, Blackpool and one or two other clubs in John Stead, but he smacked that ball beyond Coyne. It's just over 90 seconds to go in this game. Might be another league debut this afternoon. Looks like Jack Ainsley's coming on for the last little bit of this game. Kink into the Ipswich area. McDonald wants to take on Hyam, gets away from Hyam, but then doesn't get away from that man Norris, and Middlesbrough have to shoot from a distance. It's screwed off the outside of Thompson's left boot, and Martin Fullop Will take all the time in the world before retrieving the ball from behind his goal off to our right. The referee blows his whistle. Superb performance, this from Ipswich Town. They won their first game last season at the 15th attempt. They've won it at the very first on day one of 2010.